I like how at this angle we can see that the tie on Asuka's uniform is just floating in front of her so that it doesn't clip through her boobs. So Jugs, turns out you're a Shinobi after all. Yeah, I gotta admit I didn't expect to meet you again like this. Can I ask you something? What do you need this super secret ninja art scroll for? You have to ask. To become the most powerful shinobi, of course. The most powerful? With both school scrolls in my hands, I'll be unbeatably strong. That's ridiculous. You don't need the scrolls to be strong. You can get there through training. Strength at all costs. That's the way of a Bijou. But that goes against the true path of the shinobi. If it really bothers you so much, then come here and do something about it. Your path of the shinobi is a joke, and I'll prove it to you. My path is no joke. For justice's sake, I will not abide you. Defeat the Hibijo student. We know her name, why is it not just... whatever. Look, she's got an intro and everything. It's Homura. Am I automatically going to be locked on her? I'm fucking auto-locked all the time. No, now I want to be. That's like the only time I want to be auto-locked is when I'm fighting a duel. Why am I suddenly not locked? There we go. Oh, you're doing some taunting. That just leaves you open. Why would you taunt? Literally ever. I'm Shinobi transforming. I pressed the button by accident, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, I'm committed to it now, I guess. Also, one thing I wanted to mention is, as one knows, not in a single Senran Kagura game so far has there been actual bare titties or crotch. Because then it wouldn't be able to get released on consoles otherwise. That's just the rule. Of course you can get PC mods or whatever, and it's no secret that at this time Sony is going whole hog on censoring games right now. Everyone's very upset about it. And that's super whatever. That's not an argument or a discussion I really want to bother having. Oh, that was a special move I just managed to dodge. I think I'm going to save up for that second bar and then use my second attack on her. And fucking dodge her special again. Oops, not all of it though. But anyways, as I was saying, this game did have a mode cut out because of Sony censoring things. And it's unfortunate, but that's the break. And that's my extra strong attack. But as I was saying, there hasn't been actual nipples in these games because they wouldn't be able to get a release otherwise, despite being as pervy as they are. Oh no! Speaking of which, I think I'm playing on normal, by the way. I think it's automatically set to normal instead of easy. I'll probably set it to easy soon. Oh, so it just does that when you defeat an enemy like that. Okay. Tan lines and all. But yeah, and last time I mentioned that the OVA that takes place after Estival Versus, or maybe afterwards, that advertise it does have nipples in it. And I was like, oh, because the first season of the anime didn't. And I'm watching the second season of the anime now, and that totally has it too. So they're just going full ecchi in the anime. Did I win? I finished already. No way. I didn't even hurt you? I wanted to see if you were worth a damn, so I purposely let you get a few hits in. And it was nothing. Nothing! Like a feather on my cheek. You really thought that would hurt? No worries, I'm just here to say hi today. You might want to get your last rice in before we see each other again, though. Alright, that was the end of Chapter 1, according to the trophy I just got, but let's just keep going anyways. The ninja room's atmosphere is thick and heavy. My students' faces are dark with despair, hardly surprising. There's a world of difference between classwork and actual combat. Asuka and Katsuragi lost their battles, and the other three are in shock. The principal told me what happened. All of you. I'm unsure what to say next. Should I praise them? Tell them they did well? They survived their first real fight, and that alone is noteworthy. Master Kiria. Asuka is staring at me straight in the face. Her gaze is that of a puppy looking at its owner. I'm suddenly reminded of a former student, Rin. That's right. Never again will I repeat that mistake. I finally find the words to continue speaking. You were both defeated by Hibijo students. If that bothers you so much, you might as well give up on being shinobi and get out. Rin. The first pupil I ever had. She always sought to become a super ninja in order to help bring peace to the world. Her enthusiasm as a student was a huge help to me as a teacher. Oh, Master, perfect timing. Please train with me. She was always like that. The moment she caught sight of me, she'd ask me to help her train. At times I applauded her unbridled enthusiasm, though it occasionally troubled me. Oh, Master, I hope I'm not troubling you. Of course not. I'm your teacher, aren't I? Rin and I went to a small hill. Many wooden dummies were set up for training. 1, hiya, 2, hiya, 3, hiya. Rin demolished the dummies in sequence. I don't really have to keep doing this, do I? After breaking 6 dummies in a row, she was breathing hard. From her face, it was obvious that she was ready for more. It was as if growing stronger were a foregone conclusion. Why do you want to become a shinobi, Rin? After all, a shinobi is like a pawn in chess, disposable. Anyone who seeks to become a shinobi has to come to terms with that, which was why her enthusiasm concerned me. I don't want to become a shinobi, Master. Huh? Spoke without thinking. What I want to be is a super ninja. Super ninja. Yep, to help the whole world, love and peace. It was so silly that I was momentarily at a loss for words. Now it's my turn. Why did you become a shinobi, Master? Rin's eyes held naked curiosity. Her simple, unadulterated gaze caught me off guard. I found myself answering her question despite never having told anyone else. Much like most students, my parents happened to be shinobi. I was trained as a shinobi from a young age. Never once was I in doubt of it. Since my parents were shinobi, I would be one as well. It was simply a matter of course. I had talent as a shinobi, so my parents were not disappointed. I leapt up to the high school rank with no difficulty. But to say I was happy would be a lie. No matter my skill, I knew I was still disposable. What purpose did achieving high shinobi even serve? You were a high shinobi, like an elite's elite. So why'd you decide to become a teacher? Simple enough reason. Missions are potentially deadly. Teaching is not. Missions are potentially deadly. In that moment, I saw her face stiffen. You're right. I have to be prepared. I'll lay down my life for love and peace. Sure enough, cheer and optimism rushed back into her face. I wondered just how much Rin understood about being a shinobi. It made me somewhat uneasy, but when I looked in her eyes, I found I didn't have the heart to tell her so. It might be a good thing, I thought. It might be good to have a shinobi like her. She didn't have a doubt in her mind, and when she was there in front of me, neither did I. I'll say it again. You were both defeated by Hibijo students. If that bothers you so much, you might as well give up on being shinobi and get out. I immediately sensed the change in the ninja room's atmosphere. Master Kiria, that may have been a bit too harsh, Ikaruga says in a surprisingly rough tone. That's right, Master Kiria, you can't say that. Katsuragi's face puffs with irritation. Say what you want about me, but Asuka's still only a second-year student. She took on some serious competition. She survived, and that wasn't easy. How about a little praise for that at least? Asuka looks downwards with her eyes brimming red. But faint praise will only result in more sorrow down the road. I can feel it in my bones. Hebijo is known for producing shinobi involved in politics and business. So-called evil shinobi. They have no qualms about very nasty work. Everyone remains breathless at my words. They are relentless, ruthless, and utterly merciless, much like their namesake, the serpent. Then there is no way to avoid another fight? Kagura asks, frowning. Evil shinobi do not negotiate. They will certainly strike again. So what if we go on the offensive ourselves? Kagura asks. I shake my head silently. That's a good question. Unfortunately, Hebijo headquarters is hidden, even from us. Katsuragi sinks at my words. Iwari speaks up, trying to break the tension. But Master, you're here now, so we should be fine. That's right. With you at our side, Kagura nods in agreement with Iwari. Relief floods the students' faces. They all rely on me, I know that. It's only been a few years since their normal lives ended. The shinobi world is still very new to them in many ways. Of course, the idea of fighting evil shinobi to the death still scares them. But that's why I will not be assisting you against Hebijo. My students are stunned into silence. Why not? Please tell us, Kagura pleads. Master Kira, you're not going to help us? You're abandoning us? Iwari pleads doubly, on the verge of tears. I use the most authoritative voice I can muster. I've said this to all of you before. As shinobi students, you must be prepared for the worst. I will never forget what happened at Rin's final exam. Not until the day I die. This is your final exam. Do well and you'll be a full-fledged shinobi. Oh, I'm so nervous. She knew the stakes. If she failed the test, the path of the shinobi would be forever closed to her. The final exam has to be completed before finishing one's time at the academy. And as a third-year student, this was to be Rin's very last chance. The final exam involves real combat. The opponents are wooden puppets equipped with actual weapons. In order to pass, the student must destroy all of these puppets unscathed within the time limit. Rin's dedication was unmatched, but she was a bit scatterbrained, and her grades weren't the best. If she didn't put forth her best effort, passing would be a very difficult prospect. Okay, here I go. She rushed into the test site. I thought I saw a bit of a shiver as I watched her go. She'd always spoken glibly of wanting to be a super ninja, but the truth is, she was actually quite naive, with no concept of the harsh reality ahead of her. Even so, she was also my first student. I wanted more than anything to send her out into the world of the shinobi, just as she dreamed. A wooden puppet leaped out of the grass. With practiced precision, Rin cut it down. Okay, got it. As soon as that first puppet fell, her movements grew more confident. I could see that in her as she cut down the second one. One after another, the puppets flew apart. This is nothing. Rin was in perfect form. Her defense and offense were both on par with that of a greater shinobi. She'd taken all her training to heart. But even though she fought with a fluid grace, I still felt a touch of uneasy. Stay calm, Rin, I thought. Stay focused. Be aware of your surroundings. When one is doing well, one must be more cautious. And then my fears came true. A sniper puppet had been stationed 50 meters away from Rin, atop a tree. It raised its gun and took aim. Flushed with confidence, she seemed blind to its presence. What to do? If I did nothing, Rin would have been shot. And then the test would have been over. Her dreams of being a shinobi would have been shattered. Damn it, I thought. Without even thinking, I'd begun to move. A high shinobi can, with the proper effort, cover 50 meters of ground in an instant. I destroyed the puppet and covered my tracks. That much was easy for me. As a teacher, I was racked with guilt. I knew full well that I'd done something wrong. But in that moment, all I wanted was to see Rin's dream come true. I did it! I got them all! Rin was jumping up and down in the grass. The test was over, and the unscathed Rin had otherwise cleared it. They gave her a passing grade, then and there. And the next day, she received her first assignment as a full-fledged shinobi. Before she left, Rin came to me, her eyes flooded with tears of pure joy. Master, thank you for everything. I'm definitely going to be a super ninja now. Yes, I look forward to it. That would be the last time she and I spoke. Only a few months later, the principal informed me of Rin's death. My mind went a perfect blank white, and I can't recall much of what was said after that. All I can remember was that she had volunteered for an extremely dangerous mission, and as a result, had lost her life. Volunteered for an extremely dangerous mission? Why would she have done that? Why didn't anyone stop her? She was still too green. I tried to wrap my head around it, but I was in total shock. It's my fault. If I hadn't helped during her final exam, Rin would not have become a shinobi. Her dream would have ended, but at least she'd still be alive. I killed Rin. I wept. For the first time in my life, I wept aloud. From an early age, my parents had driven home the point that a would-be shinobi must set aside their feelings. And yet, I wept. I could do nothing else. Anyone who would fall back behind me instead of facing a Bijou should give up on being a shinobi and leave. If I were to fight off a Bijou for them, I wouldn't really be helping them at all. The path of shinobi is a harsh one. One must continue to fight, even when no one was coming. I can only do one thing for those who wish to join that world. I can teach them not to let their emotions control them. There's no need for me to comfort them. What happened to Rin must never happen to any other student. The 5 of them listen to my words in silence, but not one of them moves to leave. Master Kiria, I need more training, please, Asuka shouts, raising her hand. Same here. I'm really begging you, Katsuragi shouts in turn. Karga and Yagu quietly raise their own hands. I'll do my best. I'll fight without relying on you, so please, Master Kiria, train me hard. Even Hibari gives me a look of absolute resolve. I can see you're determined, so let's begin training. I cannot directly watch over my students, but I can teach them how to protect themselves. I finally understand what it means to be a high shinobi. I will pass on all my skills and knowledge. I will teach them every hidden art and hide nothing, so my precious students will carry on and survive for future battles. It is the only way I can look after them. Katsuragi? Hey, Karuga. Are you alright? What do you mean? You still look quite unhappy. Unhappy? Me, please. Doesn't bother me that Bijou beat us. Hahaha. Alright, so long as you feel well. Sorry. Thanks for taking the time to ask, though. In return, I'll give you a good groping. No, thank you very much. But should you feel the need to talk in the future, please let me know. Can't say anything past her. She noticed I was down right away. Kage, you're strong. Can't believe you brought me to my knees. And you're not strong at all. It's weird seeing them in those uniforms. Since I actually not played the first and second game on the DS. Not strong at all, really? It just made me feel like a total ass. I ain't gonna take that lying down, though. I'll train and train and train some more until there's no way she can beat me. Alright, as Katsuragi we have to destroy all the puppets. It's been so long since gameplay. I forgot what it was like. No, so I absolutely cannot do the thing where I just remove all my clothes right away in battle. Because I just tried doing it, and I guess it's just a thing at the beginning of combat. So I remember in Shinobi Versus and on, it was just a thing you could do anytime. Alright, you're... Okay, hold on. Get rid of the fucking distance character. Those are the worst. Oh, I got a top secret file. So I guess I don't even really have to look for some of these. It just happens sometimes. So despite not actually really liking Katsuragi's fighting style, I got the trophy for not getting hit once. And it seems like I have been hit, obviously, but it seems like I get hit the least as Katsuragi. Maybe despite not liking it, it is better for me as a player. Who knows? One thing I know for sure is that Shinobi transformation is happening. I think I had like 3 things. This will cost 1, so now I can do super special. Okay, so those animals. I don't remember what it was. Okay, it was a all-around one. I wasn't sure if it was in a straight line or not, so I sort of lined them up. But I mean, most of them were nearby anyways. Also, yeah, I kind of don't like that lock-on thing. Because, like, you'd think it would be press the lock-on button at the beginning of battle to lock on. But it, like, persists across battles. Like, I pretty much only want it when I'm doing a one-on-one thing. Otherwise, it's just kind of annoying. Hell yeah, I'm tough. I'm the toughest around. Just you wait, Kage. Next time I see you, your ass is mine. And you know what? I'm gonna rub it right in to your boobs. Oh, she fucking loves the boobs. That's something Katsuragi and I have in common. Yeah, the difficulty's on normal, it's not even on easy. I should probably set it to easy because I suck at video games. What is it, Ibari? You look down. What? Is your stomach bothering you? Yagyu, I'm wondering if maybe I'm not cut out to be a shinobi. Why would you think that? To get ready for Hibijo, I'm taking Master Kirya's extra lessons, but I don't feel like I'm getting any stronger. On top of that, I keep tripping and getting hurt. I'm just holding everyone else back. Not true. I assure you, everyone sees how hard you work, and no one sees you as a burden. Well, even if I am working hard, it's all about results, right? Alright then, let me give you a special treat. Something you'd have to line up to buy. What does that even mean? What are you talking about? And what is all this noise? Oh, it's a thug. Hey you, that Mr. Bunny Donut's mine. Give it back. Wrong. Belongs to Ibari. Shut it. You give it back. This is gonna get rough. You're just jealous because I got the last one, aren't you? Well, have it your way. I'll take you on. This is also the first time regular grunts have had any dialogue at all, really. Usually they're just there. And like, I don't know. I guess the reason why we don't hear from grunts anymore is because we heard from them way too dang much in the first games. What are blue people? Why are your dresses a different color? What does it mean? Oh, I'm just fucking on the roof now. Come up here. It's cool to fight on the roof. Turn off that lock-on. I turned it off last time. Is it just on all the time? Does it not just persist, but it's just always activated right away? I don't like it. Like, I'm super down with just holding the direction that an enemy is when I'm fighting many of them. Did I press L2 or something? Was that a thing that happened? I don't fucking remember. I guess it does fill up pretty quickly. Oh no, R2 was on for that reason. Oh, I should transform, I have so many. Did I see this one yet? Oh yeah, I remember seeing this one. Well, we're gonna see it again. Because they're fun. And they make for great title cards. Oh, I still have 3. Let's do her strongest one then. Oh wait, I defeated everybody by pressing L2 by accident. Please tell me there's more enemies that I can use. Oh, I'll just... What is... Fuck, I can't even remember buttons anymore. Here it is. Yeah, I feel like the animations for special moves are way simpler. I wonder if that's because they were simple in the first game, or because they just want to cut it short. I don't know. I feel like if you have an elaborate animation, why not just keep reusing it? Like, I know it's lazy to reuse assets, but it feels even lazier to just remove them altogether. They were rather underwhelming. Wow, see, you're strong, but I'm not. Yeah, not even a little bit. So you don't really get where I'm coming from. Come on, Hibari, take a swing. I'll spar with you. Huh? What would be the point? To test how strong you actually are. Seriously? Why? It's not like I'd stand a chance against you. We're done talking. Let's begin. Oh, this mission is not over. Dance and fall with the poise of petals. See, now I want my lock on. And only now. I'll get them juggles in. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna beat you up a while until you're ready to transform, because there's no point in really spending my shit until you transform, because you're just gonna get that health back. Also, I kind of like that the camera doesn't just... The camera just isn't always behind me. It's... During these duels especially, like normally it would just always be focused on me, but it's definitely focused on both of us, and I kind of like that. It makes it feel a bit more like a fighting game, maybe a bit more like a generic anime brawler. But in this case I kind of like it, because it's just new. Why am I no longer locked on? Sometimes I just no longer lock on. No, we've found... Can I not... Okay, I can skip these with circle. What is that trophy for? Shit, man. I didn't do anything in particular. Oh, maybe it's bursting a number of times. I have no idea. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I think that might be better than the strongest one. Okay, I guess I can aim it a bit. But yeah, that one doesn't seem to be nearly as good as my normal square one. Oh, she's doing the stomps. That's one of Hibari's specials. My health is super low. I'm just gonna do this. I think I get invincibility during it. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should change that difficulty back to easy, because I suck at video games. Video games are too hard. You ever play a video game before? It's awful. What an awful experience. You'll never truly appreciate what I have to go through. Oh yeah, I forgot. Health is in the boxes. Not a lot of boxes around though. Well, I mean, it's fine. It's almost over. There we go. Nope, this one, she was not fully stripped at the end of battle. Probably because I was performing poorly. Oh, I knew you wouldn't. I knew I wouldn't win. But still. I think I feel a little better. Like, if I have time to be all mopey, I'm better off getting my button gear. Agreed. Thanks, Yaku. As long as you got the message, that's what's important. Now, here's your Mr. Bunny donut. Yippee! I'm so happy! Oh, amazing. You got me such a yummy treat. I love you, Yagu. I'm just glad you liked it. Yagu, I promise to work even harder. And then I'm gonna show you how strong I can be. Right, that's Hibari I love. Huh? Did you say something? No, nothing important. Don't worry about it. Oh, fucking loves a party. I can't believe it. Fucking LGBT shit up in here. My hits taken was triple six. Worship the devil. Lesbians worship the devil. That's what we have decided. That's what is clear to all of us now. That's the end of the session because I'm hungry and it's late.